This is Top 10 BL series from around the world, my opinion. If you enjoy it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Smile. Ever since he was young, Bai Luoyin had been living with his divorced, poor and rather careless father, Bai Hanqi, and his grandmother. When he turned 16, his biological mother, Zhang Yuan, announced that she was remarrying and her partner was a rich, high-ranking official, Gu Weiting. Because of his mother's death, Gu Weiting's son, Gu Hai, had been harboring a deep grudge towards his father and did not approve of the remarriage. Through a weird twist of fate, the two step-brothers with their wildly conflicting familial and emotional backgrounds end up being placed in the same class in high school. With time, they slowly developed a different kind of feeling for each other. I'm devastated when I know China banned every LGBTQ contents in their country. Because it's mean we will never gonna get second season from this series. Maybe this series is not perfect, but this series is legend for BL world. Actually, China makes a great BL story, their BL novel is amazing. If they allow to make BL series, I believe it will be amazing too, but for now I'll be content by their novel. The story is about a cynical father and a college student who get together after some odd circumstances arise. Shi Jia, a divorced, single man, is an associate professor at the Department of Anthropology. He has an 8-year-old daughter named Yo-Yo. He single-handedly raises his daughter. After encountering Fei Shengjie by accident, the three of them become a family. For me, their age gap is so sexy. Their interaction could have been better if they have more duration and more episode, but this series is still great for me. There is a little girl between them, makes it more wholesome to see. They really look like a family. I want to see more BL like this. I hope they will make this kind of theme more in the future. It is not a simple thing to like someone, because, many times, we dare not say anything. If first place is the only way to make you see me, then I will never lose to you before you fall in love with me. Zhou Shuyi stared at the class report and saw Gao Shide's name above him again. He didn't understand. He had always ranked second ever since Gao Shide came into his life. For this reason, he was excited to go to college and parted ways. He hoped to never see Gao Shide again. In college, he joined the swimming club and was revered by everyone. He was happily enjoying college life until Gao Shide suddenly appeared at the swimming competition during their senior year. This made him wonder why Gao Shide always followed him wherever he went. But little did he know that Gao Shide had eyes for him and would never let him go. But for me, actually, the sequel is the one that hooked me so much. The sequel to No. 1 for You takes place 5 years after Zhou Shuyi and Gao Shide graduate from college. Their story will unfold as they juggle work responsibilities with the priorities of their personal lives. Chu Sang-woo is a junior computer science majoring student who prizes reason, rules, and a rigid sense of what is right above all else. As part of his university work, he is told to work on a group project for the liberal arts, whereby the group is required to make a final presentation in order to pass the module. But as the rest of the group, whom he knows nothing about, have decided to leave him to do all the work on his own, he decides to remove their names, and make the presentation in his name. But little did he know that when he did this, he would deal a heavy blow to the academic prospects of a senior student named Zhang Jae-young. The latter, a design major, is Chu Sang-woo's polar opposite. He is stylish, fun-loving, and, above all, extraordinarily popular. He is the closest thing the college has to a superstar. But when his credit for the liberal arts project is taken away, his grand plans to study abroad are suddenly thrown up in the air. He seeks out Chu Sang-woo and is of a mind to torment him. But when the duo is forced to work together, a strange attraction starts to develop between them. My top 1 Korean BL series, the actor's visual is also top-notch, but we need more duration please, maybe season 2. Young Royals is a very short, coming-of-age Swedish show on Netflix about a young prince born into the Swedish royal family. Set in one of the richest, most exclusive private boarding schools in Sweden, Young Royals follows Prince Wilhelm as he begins his life at the new school. It's here that Wilhelm meets Simon. Simon is not from royalty, nor is he part of the rich and famous lifestyle of the other boarders at the school. In fact, he doesn't even live on campus. From what we've deduced, he is able to attend the school through some kind of scholarship or grant. As their two worlds collide, Wilhelm finds himself in the midst of more problems than he could ever have imagined. But maybe, just maybe, Wilhelm, the future king of Sweden, decides that it's all worth it, that Simon is all worth it. Not your typical Cinderella straight story, I promise, but more deep meaning than that kind of story. The second son of a mafia boss, Kim Thirupanyakul, is fleeing from an enemy when he meets Portia, an enterprising young bartender. Portia agrees to help defend Kim from his attackers for a price. Portia's martial arts skills impress, and spurred on by his father, Kim seeks to hire Portia as one of his personal bodyguards. Portia is opposed and rejects Kim's offer despite his attempts at intimidation. It isn't until Portia's family home and his ability to care for his brother are threatened that he acquiesces and moves onto the Thirupanyakul property. It's not a smooth transition into the unorthodox, violent job, and his relationship with Kim vacillates between strained and playful. When his feelings for Kim take an unexpected turn, his work becomes even more high stakes. Best action BL that I've ever watched. This is an expensive BL series guys, I can see and feel it when I watched it. Actually I'm more into Vegas Pete's story but still an amazing series, season 2 please. After a volunteer teacher Torfin dies in a tragic accident, her heart is transplanted into Tien. Tien learns about his donor's life through a series of diary entries that reveal her secrets and interests. Included is her promise to count 1,000 stars with Chief Forest Officer Fuffa. Tien decides to follow in Torfin's footsteps and fulfill her promise. Now a new volunteer teacher himself, Tien attempts to befriend Fuffa who initially gives him the cold shoulder. As the two grow steadily closer, Tien notices his new heart beats quickly whenever he's near the officer. Much like the heart's previous owner, Tien cannot help but fall for Fuffa. One of the most beautiful series produced by GMMTV, the location and the cinematography of this series also shocked me because usually GMMTV didn't make this quality of series. 1,000 stars is healing story for me. We watch the journey of 3 people connected by strange fate. We watch how Tien try to forgive himself to continue his life. The soundtrack is amazing, really suit the vibe of the series. Skam is a Norwegian TV series following the daily lives of some teenagers at the Hartvig Nissen School in Oslo. The teen drama follows a main character each season focusing on different and very current topics such as difficult relationships, identity crisis, religion, mental health and so on. In this video we'll be focus on season 3 because only this season main focus on Isak's story which he is gay. Even, Isak's boyfriend is bipolar and I love the fact that something like this is portrayed on TV, for teenagers to watch and feel less alone. This series is amazing, many teenager aspect being portrayed blatantly. This series also have its own vibe that you'll know when you see it. This series is so successful in its era, many other country makes remake of it. I recommended France remake for you. One day after school, the serious Ito and the childlike Nishi meet by chance, as each endeavors to remain walking on the sidewalk white line. As time goes by, Ito recognizes he is drawn to Nishi in a way that is new to him. Nishi, for his part, is frustrated that they only get to meet on the sidewalk. Ito decides to act upon his feelings and kisses a surprised Nishi, who agrees they need to walk side by side for a change. The sparks between them are undeniable as their relationship blossoms in high school, survives the college years, and matures into adulthood. A deeply moving work that bears witness to loving partners, whose unchanging feelings must coexist within a world of changing realities. This series is one of the most beautiful and heart-wrenching story that I've ever watched, but it's also shown us growth from both characters, growth that full with passion, romance, confusion, fear and heartbreak. The ending is so wholesome, makes me cry and laugh at the same time. The manga version is also amazing. Highly recommended. I Told Sunset About You is a coming-of-age Thai BL drama about two childhood friends who turned into bitter rivals. They become close again during the university admission process, as the former enemies rebuild their broken friendship. When the feelings between them deepen, they experience intense passion, confusion, betrayal, and heartbreak. This series is a masterpiece for me. The cinematography is amazing, the story is great, the actor is outstanding, even the soundtrack is also great. Every episode feels like a movie for me. 5 episode like 5 movie quality. The story contained friendship, romance, family, lots of drama. Highly recommended if you want to step up your standard in BL series. The intense scene in episode 3 especially caught me by surprise because I know the actors is still rookie, but they portrayed the intense scene from episode 3 so well. We can feel the characters' intense sexual attraction to each other's from their eyes, their gesture and their attitude. After that our heart will be broken up over and over again in episode 4. Episode 4 makes me cry so much. The director really knows how to broke our heart and sewed it up again in Ep 5. Lol.